Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it, and I can say I'm definitely going to miss Mr. Perlmutter. I love the passion, Mr. Perlmutter. I sincerely and genuinely will miss you being here. But when you were talking about history lessons and Teddy Roosevelt and trust busting, I actually think the Republican Party should go back to that. Certainly, it was our party who did it. And big corporations are no fan of our party right now. I'd love to start with Google and Amazon and other big tech firms, but you were making me wish that our party could adopt the Teddy Roosevelt mantra once again. But I digress. We were talking about hydrocarbons and their relation to a fertilizer, and just it's interesting to note that it goes to show that even if we were hypothetically to go to 100% renewables, you still need hydrocarbons. Yeah. You still need oil and gas and petroleum for petrochemicals, which goes into manufacturing and as we were just saying, our fertilizer. Talking about fertilizer and ag, though, I'm very concerned about the ethanol provisions in this bill. And let's just be frank, if the Iowa caucuses were last and not first, no administration would care about ethanol. I mean, that's just the blunt truth on that. And there's a reason why ethanol can't be sold beyond June to September, and that's because the EPA has concerns about air pollution. It's this big myth that ethanol is good for the environment. There's zero evidence that it actually reduces CO2 emission. Actually, the opposite can be said, because it takes a lot of farmland offline. You've got deforestation. You've got a lot of emissions that are going into the harvesting of ethanol. And if you look at it, if you just put it in perspective, 38 million acres of land are used just to get our ethanol. You could feed 150 million people with that farmland that we're using, because right now 40% of our corn is going into fuel, not food. So I'm a little skeptical, especially when we have a hunger crisis. I know the chairman's very concerned about hunger. We've worked on hunger issues. I'm concerned about it globally, being on state and foreign ops and approps. And I just view this as just us not taking advantage of our oil and gas resources under this guise that it's good for the environment. It's not good for the environment. Otherwise, the EPA would already allow you to sell ethanol year-round. And again, people will literally starve because of these ethanol mandates. So with that, I yield back. Thanks, Mr. Chairman.